Which takes us to our final game, Tony, of Ross County 0, Kilmarnock 0, as Derek Adams is back. So that's something. That'll be good fun. I suspect he'll upset somebody in the near future. One of my favourite things in trying to figure out things to talk about from this game was having a look through who scored, which is really useful in terms of it gives you wee match reports using the data from the game. So it tells me Ross County were effective at creating goal-scoring opportunities through individual skill, and Kilmarnock were effective at creating goal-scoring opportunities from long shot situations. So County got in the box and did fuck all. Kilmarnock didn't get in the box and did fuck all. Both sides were poor at finishes, and both sides were caught offside often.
And they were just, and that's Kilmarnock. Like, that's the second time they're against Hibs. When Vassell, I know Vassell came on later on in this game, and I know they have won games because Craig Anderson pointed out to me when I said I thought Kelly looked really blunt without Vassell, and they did earlier in the season that he said they got some wins, but maybe it's away from home is the issue when you take Vassell out, because they playing against Hibs. They played quite nice football. I was quite impressed with that, considering the tropes about Derek McInnes and obviously this Kilmarnock team, and they are direct and they do play Vassell a lot. And when him taken out of it, they move the ball quite nicely, but they just don't create anything and can't really be in late 2023 with like Watkins as your lone striker, man. It's like not for me, mum. And he's quite, and I like Watkins. I've always liked him. I think he works hard. I think he's a handy squad player. But when you get to the stage where that's your main goal threat, you're just not going to be scoring goals, man.
What I will say about Derek Adams is that he immediately gets a plus point from me as he's stopped playing Jan Danda as like a wing back.
Yeah, thank God.
Whatever the fuck Malky Mackay was doing with him. It felt like he was living in some sort of Malky Mackay entrapped purgatory. But you were quite good for a little bit. So because you were positive and you had a nice time playing football that kept us up, what we're going to do is we're going to stick you at wing back.
Then he had him on the bench.
Perfect. Yeah.
For a very game, and he refuses to play him. He refused to play him and Turner. In the same team, like Turner's some sort of like over the top attacking player. Like Turner's good and he's agile and he can ball carry and he can get in and around the box, but it's hardly like you're carrying a luxury.
No thanks. No thanks, Tony. That's not for us. We're going to play Conor Randall every single week.
Still, because it worked once. Stop it.
Nah, man. Sorry. I again, great apologies to both County fans and Kilmarnock fans. We've rambled on more than long enough, and we spent a lot of time on a lot of other games. Unless you one other thing?
No, just interesting that they made that with Adams is that obviously he started with the back three, which is what they use most of the time. But at half time he pretty much went to a back four, and right away, which tells me that that's obviously what he wants to do. Yeah. But I thought like County looked like they started really strongly in the game. And they did create a lot of chances. They looked bang up for it. And if I'm being honest, I think Kilmarnock were probably fairly fortunate to not lose, going by the highlights. And Kelly, they need to get Vassell back. They need to make sure that they get those wide players going with him again. They're not reinventing the wheel. It doesn't have to be obvious stuff. But I think the idea is that Kilmarnock were going to finish in the top six were just a good day against Celtic.
I think I said before, but I think they're just short one player. They're short a central midfielder who's just a little bit better because they're still trying to use Donnelly or Polworth or McKenzie or various others in there to try and introduce.
Donnelly's never a top flight player, never.